Pan, welcome back. You're the person who had said that you wanted, it was about crafting your offer or having compelling offers to get appointments.
Yeah.
And so we have been talking about that, and you missed a huge portion, but can I ask you specifically what you're dealing with so that we can address it?
Okay, so I just was talking about this. So if I repeat myself, because I can't remember who I said what to, when I first started teaching nonviolent communication, I had built an application on a website because when Marshall Rosenberg came to Seattle, he would be there for a week, and 7 or 8 of us would spend every evening for another week afterwards depositing checks. So my business at the time was called iCommerce Solutions. So I had a solution to that, and built a website where a trainer could list what they were doing. They would send a newsletter out every, and people would sign up. I moved to New England and built the same website there, and it worked just as well. I could make an announcement. It would take me less than an hour to do, and I could earn $1,000 every Saturday that I did that. So unfortunately, it's not working anymore. Not working for me and not working for the other trainers that had found it to be really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned my attention to meetup groups.
Mm-hmm.
How's it worked? 800 people, one person signs up. So, and I'm so passionate about this. It's like, I don't have any water to drink this week, kind of thing. Plus the money would be handy too. So, so what I've done is I've created a high ticket offer, which is one-on-one training for each of my 4 courses. And I'm in beta testing with that. It's working out really well. So what I need is something that would encourage people to set an appointment with me. I have a funnel all built out, and
maybe
so
after her barley we could walk.
So it could be that, do you think it's the copy you have?
Well, that since it's all text, that's what I got to
Okay.
think it's about. And I worked with a person who is a copywriter, and it's still not working. So
This is so beautiful. I wish you were here before, okay? Because what we were talking about, we were talking about the avatar. And here's what's interesting is, like, pre-COVID, how the world was working. Is that when things were working for you?
oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
So, and then post-COVID, it's like people have changed, the mindsets have changed, the way people interact. People are a lot smarter online, a lot more skeptical online, right? And it's like, unless you're connecting exactly with the right person at the right time, speaking the right language, it's freaking hard. And even with a great copywriter, if you have your avatar slightly off, or if your offer sucks, right, it's not going to be communicated well.
Okay, I have one question, Amy.
Yeah.
Isn't Avatar the name of a movie?
It totally is. And there's another one that just came out.
I know, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And my friend Elvira has wonderful avatars. They look like her and they kind of act like her. And I went out to a program that was supposed to make an avatar. And, as soon as I put long hair in there, then it was not me anymore. So tell me about how I can create an avatar.
Okay, so an avatar would essentially be like who your ideal person is. I'm not talking about the avatar like a cartoon character or somebody to represent you online in this regard.
All right.
I'm talking about, you said you have 4 programs that you sell, right? And in that whole time you talked, I still have no idea who you sell to or what it is. And what I was sharing before was that if you can't communicate your offer in 10 seconds or less, people aren't going to connect with it because of how the attention span is like this big now.
Yes, I've noticed that.
So can you, and I'm going to share my screen again, because crafting this and figuring this out when things went from physical in person to online, I struggled because physically I could literally show people stuff.
Yeah.
And they would be with me longer.
Yes. Right.
So Yeah, I'm going to share my screen because I
While
also went through this too.
while you're doing that, I want to see if I'm on track, because my foundation program was called Foundations of Life-Serving Communication.
Perfect.
And
Let's just
now,
look at one of them.
but this is what we're going to, now I'm calling it Transform Your Communication to Transform Your Life. So anyway, I'm going to look at this. Okay.
Okay, and here's the other thing is I had different brands. So I have Affirming Arts. Let me just stop this for a second. So I have Affirming Arts, and I use art, creativity, and music, as well as transformation programs and techniques to help people shift their mindset, like and destroy limiting beliefs. Okay,
Cool.
so like that's what I have.
Uh-huh.
But I also have the Finishers Club, which is for people with either ADHD or they just have so many things on the go, or they just have low self-esteem and confidence. Like I have that to be able to have people succeed no matter what life throws at them. If your family's sick, if you've got mental health issues, like it doesn't matter. It's like this club is for you to know yourself as somebody who can accomplish stuff, right?
Cool.
But I got confused because I had a couple different things, and both great brands, but my mentor helps me come up with one name that encompasses my different brands. And that one name is now what I use inside my offer. So I'm going to show you that because you have different things. And even though they may help slightly different people, there's still going to be one audience that they can work under.
Okay. So
Just
while
an
you're
idea.
doing that, just so you know where I'm coming from, I put these 4 offers together and I call it Become an Emotional Intelligence Ninja. And
Perfect.
so it's the same concept, but it's looked at greater and greater depth.
Would it be a system, process, methodology? What would you consider the
I'm a Libra.
emotional intelligence?
I'm a Libra. It's going to take about 35 minutes. But basically, it's a system of communication where you talk about what people agree on instead of what they disagree on. It's a process of connecting to observations instead of judgments about what people are doing to you, your emotions instead of what you think people make you feel, your needs, which aren't food, water, and shelter. They're included, of course, but things that make life more wonderful, and how to make requests to get those that aren't demands.
Yeah. So Pan,
yes,
I see the value in what you offer, and it's hugely important, like hugely. Okay. So let's look at how you can communicate that in one sentence to who it is you need. And then you can build your copy around that. But also you need to be very clear on what the pain is, like the deepest pain that people are going through. Not surface level. If it's not painful enough, people do not move. They're distracted. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So here are just some examples. Okay. So I help blank on the brink of blank save their blank with blank. Okay, so you guys can take these little sentences.
Yeah.
I'll put them in the chat after. Or I'll put them in the Telegram group later. Okay.
Okay.
So basically it's like I help married couples on the brink of divorce save their marriage and rediscover their passion so they can fall back in love forever again with the simple 4-step love formula. So that one's a bit long, but it tells you exactly what it's like, who you help, what you solve, what result they're getting, and then what the process is.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like person, it'll be person, pain, like the treasure, the outcome, and the process. Okay, so another one would be I help blank build blank, well blank by blank. I help business owners and entrepreneurs build 6-figure monthly revenue streams while selling to fewer clients by showing them the simple 3-step CAS formula.
Awesome.
All right, so let's look at what you got. You got your emotional intelligence ninja. Did you say system?
I think so.
You can make it up for now, right? Nothing's written in stone. This is going to be something you'll play with for a while.
So the first thing is to teach people how to honestly speak their truth.
Teach
in a
who?
way,
People is like billions
I
and billions of
only
people.
deal
but
with
who?
people who talk. In other words,
Okay.
that my biggest
So-
problem is finding a niche to market to. And the closest I've come to that in a sense is to look back at the 1,000 people that I've trained who've given me very positive reviews.
Perfect.
And I noticed that 70, 80% of them are women,
Mhm.
and that they're women in between the ages of 40 and 60.
Perfect. So that is key, because like when I came up with who my target audience was,
Mhm,
it was actually based on previous clients.
mhm.
And it's like I could have all these smaller clients, but the people who I liked working with the most,
Uh-huh.
who really like they were cheerleaders for my work
Yeah.
and really brought it out to other people. Right. So yeah, you're key. So how do you say that in a sentence? I help women over,
Help women over 40 looking to be fully who are the pain part. I have trouble with the pain part. I don't
I
like talking
know,
about
but
the
you
pain
gotta
part.
dig.
Yeah.
Dig.
Okay. Who are desperate to be heard and understood. Little Vera has her hand up.
I
She
know.
wants me
I'm
to
like,
describe her.
we're gonna call you in just a second, right after he
Okay,
finishes
okay,
the sentence,
okay,
because I want to let
okay.
him, like, I want to have him kind of work through it for a
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
She's got
So-
something juicy, I can tell.
Yeah, she always does. She's my favorite sister of the whole world. So I help women who are desperate to being heard and understood speak in a way that creates connection and full self-expression with a simple 4-step process that always leads to connection.
Beautiful. I would throw the connection back into the area where you're giving them the vision, because you went vision, and then you went system, and then you went back to vision, which mentally it might confuse people. If you keep it super simple and all together, people go,
Uh-huh.
oh, but yeah, you're like right there, you have everything, and it was